Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Fortnite just had major updates to its gyro aim settings. It's been, I don't know, a couple months since I played this game, so I was told that there were some major updates to this, and of course I gotta try them out. Jib Smart went out of his way on this one. There's some big ones here, and I'll get into them in a little bit. Just to update some people, I am a ratchet player, which means I do not use the right stick at all. Everything you see is purely me moving the controller around. Um, I use the touchpad as touching the touchpad shuts off gyro aim temporarily for me, and that is how I help reposition my controller. I sit on a beanbag, laying back, and controller sits in my lap, and I don't even raise my arms. It's quite comfortable. It's why I use the settings I use. But get into it. Jib's Smart made some updates to acceleration settings, which him and I have talked about in the past. I am very glad he made these adjustments. Originally, acceleration was capped at 20 times. It's now capped at 50 times. I'm not even going to get close to that. I tried. You'll see in one of my recent videos where I went 50 times. I went max RWS completely, and oh my gosh, I actually was getting a legit hand cramp trying to study this. But it was quite fun. That being said, the biggest adjustment, was max threshold. Max threshold is now capped at 1,000. Originally, I think it was 160, but in this video, in this gameplay, I don't know. I'm sitting around like 260 or 300. You'll see me. I go in the settings a couple times because I'm kind of messing around with them. It's a major improvement. For those who are running acceleration, I 100% recommend increasing it, messing with it. You'll find you'll have a lot more wiggle room for your range of motion and your bottom end sensitivity. Yeah, you can see I'm running at 300, and my God, it feels actually quite well. You'll be surprised, a lot of people actually flick their speeds well above 300. I think there was a couple Korean players I was talking to that and watched, and they talked about they sit above 260 and above 300 with no issues on PC when they play like other games and stuff. But those settings are only the minor part to all of this, believe it or not. Jib Smart, there was apparently an update. I don't know the details, but now developers in some form or fashion have the ability to shut off auto calibration on PS4 and PS5. Yeah, you heard me. There is no more auto calibration. This whole gameplay is with no auto calibration. I am not fighting the stupid whatever Sony put in years ago. It feels, my God, it feels incredible. I have to mess with the settings a little bit because it has such major uh, implications in a positive way that I'm gonna have to tweak my settings, figure out it's gonna make improvements. I messed around on one of the private islands for probably 15-20 minutes before this, and tracking was tremendously easier, even with acceleration. Um, it's incredible. And so there's all these developers out there. You got Call of Duty, you got all of Sony's AAA developers who implement gyro aim in some form or fashion, like God of War and Horizon and Last of Us. You've got, what else is there? Helldivers. There's Fragpunk recently that implemented it. No Man's Sky. I mean, there's a ton of games that have gyro aim. Good and bad implementations, of course. And then we got recent ones that we know, Splitgate. Those developers have brought it up. They've acknowledged and they said it's actually on their radar of they intend to implement it in the future. They talked about it in one of their videos. There's also Battlefield 6, the BF Labs. It has been confirmed it's hidden in the settings. It's I don't think officially turned on. It is known that they have a developer who specializes with gyro aim. So it is like 99% positive it will have gyro aim in BF6. Hopefully it's good. So I'm hoping all those developers recognize this and go back. For those who already have gyro aim, please go back, man, please, and just improve it. It is massive. This will have major future like implications for controller players, I promise you. We've already seen a huge wave of players starting to actually use this. I've seen it all over in communities, people asking it constantly. I've been a part of gyro aim community for 2 years, over 2 years now. I was anyone who knows, I'm constantly badgering developers to please implement it. Once I converted, I just could not go back. It wasn't the same. It's that it has that much of a benefit for players, and so I just hope developers recognize this. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. I had 15 eliminations. I know some of these were probably bot players that, or bots that I killed, but hey, I don't care. It's been a couple months. I'm rusty, but enjoy. So this is actually a perfect example of the improvements with the auto calibration, or at least the fact that it's gone rid of. To explain real quick, auto calibration was a mechanic on the consoles where if you were slowly moving in a certain direction, the system would try to go back the other way, fighting against your aim. I'm guessing it was something implemented for VR years ago when they first did motion, and now there's no point to it. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Now, those shots, when I was moving left to right, originally I would have to keep fighting the aim. It would try to go back to the left, or sometimes auto calibration forever for whatever reason. If I would do those really minor flicks, it would sometimes float off into the right. um, and it was a pain to deal with. That was a perfect situation of where I didn't feel that at all. I was in complete control. The only thing I have to work on a little bit, tweak my settings in some form, or maybe just get better at steadying the controller. I don't know. Is when I do fire or when I do hit certain button presses, I have a tendency to make very minor vibrations. You can kind of see right there. There are very minor vibrations as I'm pulling the trigger. Something I've the whole point of these expanded acceleration settings, as I've talked with Jibsmart in the past with, is to try to see if I can find uh, that cure all or an improvement to cut those out as much as possible. But I don't know, one day. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. You probably saw at the end there. I get a little bit shaky, a little bit jittery. That's just me. I get anxious, and so my hands start shaking a little bit when I get towards the end of these battle royales. Just always happens. But as you can see, these are all my settings. They'll probably get tweaked and adjusted as we go along, and I'll, if I can, I'll try to release more videos. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy. Bye.